This video is about calculating z-scores. I copied what we calculated here. We calculated the standard deviation, the standard error, and the mean. We calculated that. I copied that in this new sheet. I'm going to name this z-scores. And I'm going to go get the formula for the z-score from the PowerPoint presentation so that we see what we're talking about here. So to calculate the z-score, each person gets a z-score. We have to calculate the raw score minus the mean of the group divided by the standard deviation. So z-score equals raw score minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. And because if I leave it like that, it's gonna divide this first, right? So we have to make the brackets around the raw score minus the mean. And let's think about this for a second. The raw score minus the mean is the distance, right? The deviation from the mean. So what the z-score is, it's a division of the deviation from the mean by the standard deviation. So we're actually saying in proportions of standard deviations how far away is a score. So right, if the let's imagine the deviation is a standard deviation. If it's 26.66 divided by 26.66 is 1. So a z-score of 1 would mean that the unit is 1 standard deviation away from the mean. So as I hit enter, and then I drag it down. Oh, we see we're going to run into some problems here. So, you see, I'm okay with this changing, right? We want this to change. However, we want the standard deviation to remain fixed. So what we're doing here is I'm going to go change it up here. We're going to put those dollar signs for the F and the 15, which fixes this cell. Enter. Now I'm coming back up and we're dragging it down. And now it looks better, yeah. The distance divided by 26 is 1.68. Alright, now to make this a little bit easier to look at, we're gonna reduce it to 2 decimals. And now you can see, for example, that this should be 0.75, right? This should be 3/4 of a standard deviation. 1 would be 1 standard deviation, which would be 26. 0.75 should be 3/4 of a standard deviation. So let's say 26 divided times 0.075 should be 20.